welcome. Children of Primus, Frenzy Freestyle Sundays, TelaTraan one segment. Got
Okay,
myself.
we have a dog.
House already.
Yep. Stuff is happening.
Wait, did somebody say Toy Warp?
Toy
What
War
the-
vintage reviews on YouTube.
You guys again? No, not you guys. I have a restraining order against you guys. I'm busy doing Transformer stuff. Go away. Don't know what a restraining
Put a
order is.
restraining order on us. I didn't get that paper in the mail.
You've been served.
You've been served.
This is going to be a funny freestyle tonight.
Video evidence, and as we're sorting out our legal
Mario.
our legal situation between Children of Primus and Toy War vintage reviews on YouTube, because now it's channel versus channel. Mario says, "Hello, Children of Primus. You were not here last week. You were not here, and it was because it was the Canadian Easter last weekend."
It was the U.S. Easter as well.
Guess
that
what?
is
Pure
correct.
Courage, guess what?
Yeah, so it was Easter weekend. So
I got the Children of Primus shirt.
most of us were with family or just taking the time off, and Impactor got the Children of Primus shirt, as he will
And a bunch
also
of
have
reviews.
some news. Yeah. Yep.
Yes!
There we go. Fear's got his shirt. And
We cannot hear you. You are muted.
There we go. Mr. Magnus has the Matrix, and I've got my shirt as well.
Don't forget the real Matrix.
Yep. Don't forget the real Matrix.
I think you got something in the mail.
Got me now?
Yes. Why don't we start off my first exciting thing that Mr. Magnus sent me on over. I, thank you, Mr. Magnus, have an 86 Hot Rod now.
Oh my gosh! Wonderful.
Yay.
That's one of my. I got it right over here. It's one of my favorite figures like ever, because favorite character, but also just representation. There.
You get your box?
I did not. I looked up the number. I'm not
Oh.
getting it till Monday.
Oh, no.
And he does scale well with 86 Optimus, and I'm unfortunately going to recreate that death scene.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. All the Studio Series guys are supposed to scale with each other, so it's part of their grand mission statement.
So, shall I let everybody else do their reveals before I do my reveals? Because I got a lot of stuff.
Mine will be a slow process because I happen to have a blokey here that I was going
Yay!
to open and start building.
Okay.
Another
Alright.
blokey.
Well, Mr. Magnus, do you have any reveals?
I do. Well, I guess I'm going to spoil yours for you, Toy Warp.
Uh-oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
That means I can open it then before
Yeah.
you clear the next Sunday.
Well, it was supposed to be in there Friday or Saturday, and I was like, well, you can wait a day or two. I won't make you wait a week. So, you want to give me the full?
There you go, sir.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Do you notice something that's not missing anymore?
That's the first thing I saw.
Toy Warp, there's one in your box, too.
Oh, hell no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Now here we go. They are not originals.
As long as it fits in the tab.
It does fit perfectly. These are resin printed.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, but they are to the exact modifications or the exact specifications.
We're counterfeiting money.
Yeah.
Children of Primus does not endorse counterfeiting money.
And it's nice and tight. It's nice and tight. Fits in there good.
It looks like it has the right shine from here because it's kind of glossy. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Killer.
But yeah, there's one of those in that box for you too.
Thank you.
And then I went and took pictures at my Walmart for the Wednesday edition, and there was something there.
Oh.
And I haven't even seen these before. And I was like, oh, well, I have to buy the two that are here. So.
No way!
We're putting them on cards.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are the Walmart retro guys.
Yeah, those are both at my Walmart.
And they have tech specs.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, probably the original tech specs, yeah.
A little bit shrunken, but that's
The-
they brought back the concept.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that Bumblebee there. That's the Netflix one.
Right.
And
He's been buying.
Yeah, they've cast the windshield is now solid plastic painted over instead of clear plastic, which means it no longer has the problem where if you aren't careful, you can break the roof while transforming him. So that
Nice.
is the best version of the VWB that money can buy if you still don't have one. And it's at Walmart, so it's not rare.
Everybody's
Nice.
been talking about Power Glide on if he's going to be either Age of the Primes or that series.
Yeah, because they're doing more of these, because we know there's going to be a 3 and a 4, and we've seen listings for a Power Glide and a Sea Spray as well. We don't know if those are 3 or 4.
Oh, I didn't
or
see the
like
Sea Spray
5
one.
and 6. Yeah.
Nice.
I
And
think
well, we know
they
Wind
mentioned
Charger's
Braun
coming in
also.
A6.
We said Sea Spray and Spin didn't even do it.
I thought about it.
Also, speaking of Sea Spray or mini bots, for
Yes.
Easter, speaking of mini bots, thanks to my mom and dad, I ended up getting a duplicate of A6 Bumblebee.
Oh, lovely.
I'll be keeping
that's
him in
the-
packaging.
So that's the non-VW version that
Yeah,
also
and
is
I
easy
don't
to
get
buy.
why Deluxe Class. They should have put him in this packaging.
Well, those are like different. They stopped doing plastic for a while there, so he's just a more recent thing than Hot Rod.
Well, I'm not referring to the box itself. I'm referring to he should have been sold as a deluxe.
Oh, Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. You hold it up straight next to a regular deluxe. You can tell the parts count and paint work is like way higher. So that's where the money went, on top of the pile of accessories.
That is very true.
Yeah. Oh, let me pop this guy open real quick so that I can start building him as we
Well,
go.
Actually, just
Mother
before
figure
fear,
took your own,
Magnus, did you have any more reveals?
Oh, I didn't even. How rude of me.
Mr. Magnus?
I'm sorry.
Oh, did you have any more reveals?
No. I'm sorry. I've got 500 people texting me tonight for some reason.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully
I've
it's-
had
you
those
get-
nights.
Yeah. So this is a series 4 one.
Hey, hold on one second, Fear. Mario says, I'm
Oh, yeah.
still waiting for one character for Studio Series 86. That was in the 86 movie, and unfortunately only got the battle damage dead treatment, and that was Prowl, who I yet to see a new mold.
Everybody's mad about that because that Earth Mode Prowl only came out in an Amazon 2-pack, and then he only came out in the pack where he was dead. So everybody's like, just give him a normal release, please, one that people can just get. Yeah.
I might have to just send this on over to Spin one of these days so he can put in the community post for anybody who wants a G1 Prowl. There has been somebody has discovered a way to remove the chest piece where the battle damage stuff is on Prowl, and what you do is you take a Buzzworthy Bumblebee Blue Streak, or not Blue Streak, Silver Streak, remove his chest off and switch it basically, and switch it on with the other head, with the other torso basically. And if you decide to paint up the Blue Streak, not Blue Streak, I keep saying Blue Streak, but Silver Streak's head basically into G1 Prowl, and you can just slide it on over to the other Prowl, and you get a Earth Mode 86, not battle damaged Prowl.
Interesting.
Or the
Hey,
G1
Arm
Mega
Kibble.
one that you can buy.
Hey, Arm Kibble, quit destroying your Transformers.
I didn't do this one. And not to mention, this is what people do, Mr. Magnus, and I'm telling you right now, that is what people do. They have to figure out
So
ways
if people
in
jump
order
off
to
a
make
bridge,
things.
you're going to do it too?
Children
No.
of Primus
people that
does
jump
not
off
endorse.
Jumping off of bridges.
Careful now.
I'm only going to jump off a bridge if there is at least 20 feet of water in between that.
Or if one more person calls your arm cable.
Okay, so
So over to Fear.
yeah, so let me show you who's in this this 4th series of guys.
It
You
was
got-
just money. It was just money. That's all you had to do was spend money. And then you could get.
Oh
Let's just
yeah,
say
the one that
people
nobody
bought-
can own.
Let's just say that one was bought by a lot of people, and people
Yeah.
couldn't get to that.
The problem is they made about 5 of them, and I think about 3 of them are in your house. So
At
Okay,
least
so
two.
over to Fear.
yeah. Okay, so here's what we got. You got regular Ultra Magnus. You got Snarl as a Dino. Snarl as a bot.
Transfers one
Smokescreen.
Shockwave.
No, actually, Nemesis Prime, Tarn, 2 versions of Shockwave, just not Transformers 1, and 2 Constructicons, Scrapper and Hook. Yeah. So I'm just gonna pop this open. And give
Let's
it a
see if
look,
you get
and
one
then-
of the Constructicons. If you get one of them, that means you got one already, or two of them.
Yeah, that means I have 2 of them. I think I want to pop open the big bag to figure out who it is.
If it's green, we know who it is. It's going to be one of them.
Yeah, if it's green, I'll know who it is. It is not green. It is purple. Oh, you know who I got? Respects to
Trickster's one
Orlotti. I got Tarn.
Oh, yeah!
Wow, interesting.
That's the most unusual one in the set because he's not really like a straight up G1 guy. Well, neither is Nemesis Prime, but Tarn was the most unusual pick. Yes,
I
Shiba
saw
Kobe,
one
it
of
is a
those
blokey.
creepy G1 bludgeons at the con that I was at, and it's horrifying to look at the toy.
Well, what do you mean? Which G1 bludgeon was it?
I'm referring to the very first toy that was ever created of him.
Oh, like the '80s one where he is just like Skeletor.
Yeah, that's horrifying looking.
Yeah, they made they made those guys creepy realistic.
Also, for one one crazy thing, at this con that I go to, this guy, I've seen this guy multiple times. I actually picked up 2 things from the guy, but he was selling a complete, not in box bludgeon for $20, and I'm talking about legacy bludgeon. Like he was selling rare figures for under that price, and I got 2 of these characters for $10. Basically, this guy just sells his own stuff.
Sounds like what I do. I mean, I might have charged a bit more than that if I was selling my bludgeon, but...
Shiba Kobe is asking, is that a blow keys?
Yep, it is a Galaxy version Blokey, and if you pop on over to my blog over on childrenofprimus.com news and reviews, I did a review where I looked at all the Blokeys I have so far and explained how the different sizes work and stuff.
Anybody else got any reveals?
I do.
Alright, let's hear them, Toy Warp.
Wait, hold on. Now, just before we get to Toy Warp, Shiba Kobe says, back from Super Ultra Mega Costco run. All I see at Wally World now is Transformers 1 stuff, a few Legacy Star Raiders, Smashicons, and that big fat battery-powered Jada Optimus Prime. Sounds exactly like the Walmart close to where I live. And Mario says... And also, apparently, HasLab Omega Prime has an update that is coming out in almost this summer. I've seen videos of people getting their copies.
Yeah, it's shipping out apparently. I think they're trying to get it in under the tariff radar or something because people have pointed out that it's a very haphazard bit of shipping where they're like not really announcing it in advance.
No,
Speaking of Shiba Kobe, I think we should talk to her about sponsoring the channel because as much as she's at Costco, I'm pretty sure she owns a place by now. So we get Costco.
I mean,
Costco
she's going to an
sponsorship.
ultra super omega run, basically, whatever the words were. I mean, at this
tiny
point,
detailed mask here.
Ooh, let me see if I can zoom in.
Can I just rip off that? Can I take the head that doesn't have that Decepticon logo and modify the Decepticon logo to look like an Autobot face so I can do a Shattered Glass Tarn?
You know, they did a third-party figure of that. The Mastermind Creations guys, they made a third-party Tarn, and they did do an Autobot version as some exclusive or something.
It was a reissue of the Legacy Tarn, but with an Autobot logo, and I want that thing badly.
Mm-hmm.
This segment of Children of Primus has been brought to you by Costco and by Wally World, and also brought to you by Toy Warp Vintage Reviews on YouTube as we go over to Toy Warp. So what say you, sir?
All right. Well, Sarasota Toy Museum had some leftovers from that big toy buy that I made. First off, pick this up for $5.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh,
Mask.
My mask.
Then
I always think of... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I always think of Mask as the worst of the IDW comics, but that's no fault of the original series.
Wow.
For one of the best series songs.
Yeah.
Whoa, what you got? I just see the 80s. Oh, it's a dinner thing.
Yeah, it's a dinner. One of the
TV tray.
One of the TV trays.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. At this point, your house has to be memorabilia of nothing but Transformers by now.
Well, unfortunately, the big lot that you seen that I picked up, the big reveals I did a couple weeks ago, most of that stuff is already in storage. I'm waiting to get a bigger case so I have some place to display it.
All right.
So there's that.
You're becoming the guy who collected all the stuff about Woody from Toy Story.
Oh, nice.
The original lunchbox. That's metal.
Nice.
Love a good lunchbox.
Oh, with both the Autobot and the Decepticon side.
Mm-hmm.
I have the G.I. Joe and Transformers one.
And last but not least, we'll talk about some rare Transformer stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
A Transformers
looking
garbage
at?
can.
Transformers garbage can.
So now this time it's a garbage can, not a lampshade.
Hey,
Yeah.
If there's ever a figure you really hate and you want to be performatively mad on the internet for clicks, just like end a review by throwing it in the trash can. The Transformers branded trash can.
Yeah, very metal week considering all three of those things were all the metal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Heavy
just
metal.
the leftover stuff the Sarasota Toy Museum had out of that big buy, and they called me and said, "Hey, you got more stuff here." Cool.
Nice.
So
I
Nice.
like how they
It's not
phrased
my-
it. They're like, "You have more stuff here with your name on it. We've already decided it's going to
Oh,
you."
Stembach's here. So should I let Stembach go before me? If he has any reveals?
What?
Stembach, do you have any reveals?
He's like, "What?"
I just got here. Give me a minute.
Impactor is losing his mind. He's absolutely just foaming at the mouth to be able to go.
Gone
And we're making
feral.
him go last.
I'm okay with going last. It's just I have a lot of stuff and I want to put into like a short, like 5-minute long length.
I guess for this park, I know any of you guys familiar with the video game series Monster Hunter?
Oh, vaguely, yeah. I played the 3DS one back in the day.
Yeah, I still
I never had my 3DS
I
game.
have one of those still, but so around Christmas I missed my chance of getting some Gashapan, and they had them again. I think 2 Mondays ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 4 dragons and then 1 minotaur. And I never seen the minotaur in the game. Of course, which one do I get? The freaking minotaur, which I never seen. And then I try again, and I get a duplicate of it. I'm like, God damn it! But I happen to be that way again later, and I did finally get one of the dragons, which is what I'm familiar with. So I was like, okay, I'm more happy with that.
Kind of looks like the terror dogs out of Ghostbusters.
So, oh, the minotaur.
agree.
You mean?
Oh yeah, you're right.
It looks like it. It looks like it, except tear it in half.
They were so cute, and I want one.
The other thing I got, I'll
What are
save
those,
for
Adam?
later.
Sedum, what are those?
What are what? Oh, what I was holding up.
Yeah, what? I mean, I know that's a Minotaur, but I mean, what is it?
Just some Monster Hunter monsters.
Okay.
I think it's their third set of them, but yeah, they happen to have them. And I was discouraged because I got 2 of this in a row, and then when I was there, I think the following Thursday, I was like, I'll try again, and I got the dragon. One of the dragons, which was like, that made me happy. I'm like, I'm fine. So,
Alrighty.
like I said, the other thing I got, that'll wait for after something me and Spin know about.
All right, cool. And just before we get to Impactor, Mario is throwing us over to Fear. So he says, so Fear or Courage, if Omega Prime was not going to be affected by the tariffs, then it'll impact the other HasLabs, that of Leo Kaiser from Victory.
Oh, definitely. You got like people speculating about that. The thing was decided before all that went into effect. How it will affect Leo Kaiser, we don't really know. Remains to be seen. We spent a whole episode talking about this. You can look at it in our archives.
There you go. And then now we go over to Impactor Productions.
Alrighty, so these are the first 2 non.
Oh wait, before he goes, I want to say.
Instead of a biscuit eating.
Oh, I thought the thing you were going to say was like, let me...
I just want to see him
Okay.
foam with the mouth a little more.
The first 2 non-Transformer things are 2 Nerf guns I've never owned. So the first one is the Rip Slinger. Oh, no.
Whoa!
That was live.
It is a non-air-powered Nerf gun, basically. This thing is ran by pretty much by chains, basically.
Oh,
I know just enough about Nerf to know that people are really into it the same way people are really into Transformers.
And then we have this little pea shooter right here, but then we have this big boy right here.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? That's not one. That's two of them. And
Yeah,
you were like, wait,
it's
let
a
me show
giant
you
sniper
this.
rifle. And if
that?
I just look, watch this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm just thinking of like Cable and Bishop from X-Men. Like, they would enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, this
In
thing
fact,
right here is a big sniper rifle.
I've
You're good that you're starting into this young. My son is 24 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a room of Nerf guns like I have a room of
I
Transformers.
also got a scope for the gun.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the Nerf guns get crazy. He's got a semi-automatic chain gun,
Yeah.
well, like a
Yeah,
helicopter,
right
like a
there,
helicopter
so
minigun.
My,
I know there's.
so-
I know they made a turret that you can feed the darts into that just goes. Boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, boom, boom.
That,
So the Nerf gun that I just showed you guys, that one's a very old one. Unfortunately, the springs are not that good in it, so it doesn't shoot very far. But luckily, my two friends, Dante and his cousin, work in Nerf gun repair, so they are going to help me. I messaged them, and they are going to help me bring the springs back to life so it actually shoots far.
Nerf gun
I was gonna say,
repair.
just-
I don't think in any point of my life I've ever heard those words put together in a sentence like that.
And then,
But it makes
so
sense.
you're-
You have Transformers repair.
There's a here goes another combination of words you probably hadn't heard before. So in
Careful.
Beaver Heights, Ohio, where I originally lived when I moved up here, there's a used video game store called Vacuums and Video Games, and it's a vacuum repair and video game store.
Oh, you're lucky we're in the first segment. You're lucky we're in the first
You're
segment.
lucky. All right, back to Impactor.
So I got two more Lego X-Men characters. I got Sentinel and I got Nightcrawler.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And his legs are like
mini
misshapenly
me's.
cool looking.
Oh yeah, I can
And
tell.
so those were the things I got from. So those are the non-Transformers things I got from the con. So the first character that I got from the TF con was Medics.
Wait, okay,
Oh.
hold on. You saying you did your TFCon recently?
Not TFCon. Four State Comic Con.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, that is Combiner Wars First Aid. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, First Aid. He did not come with his axe, but I didn't care, honestly. I wanted to get a character that I'd never owned before, and this right here is going to be the entire thing that starts me up on collecting the entire combiner itself.
Yeah. Besides,
then-
why would First Aid
Sorry.
have an axe?
Well, that's what he came with, basically, in the
Oh,
original
I know. I'm
package.
just like.
I got him
it's not
for
a terrible
$10.
character full of him.
And then the other guy I got for $10 complete, Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker.
Lots of fire
Whoa.
rescue people carry axes.
Nice. That's the concept art figure. I hear he's really good.
Yes, he
He's a
is.
very good figure. He's solid.
Yeah.
And then here are the things that are not Transformer like playability. So my mom got me a bunch of Hot Wheels. So we got the Bumblebee Volkswagen,
Oh.
Optimus,
Oh.
Ooh.
Ultra Magnus,
As somebody that has not seen one of these at all ever,
Stinger.
I'm very jealous.
Same here.
Drift,
Oh, wow.
Crosshairs, and a duplicate Crosshairs. My dad ended up finding him in a Walmart.
Nice.
And Barricade.
God, where are all these guys? Like, Hot Wheels
My
don't
mom told
cost
me she
anything.
spent a lot of money on these things.
The whole point of Hot Wheels is that they're like cheap.
Not
Relatively.
Transformers Hot Wheels. All these guys were like in the hundreds.
I mean,
Oh,
I've
boy.
heard of everyone talking about the Optimus and Ultra Magnus. I didn't know that like there were many other characters in the
Oh, there's
Hot Wheel
more.
line,
There's
too.
more of these guys.
Yeah. They did a full series of like movie guys. That's mostly what that's from.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now that we got all the Hot Wheels out of the way, here comes.
Hang on, Impactor. Spin, I just sent you a link.
Okay. Just seeing it now, and oh gosh. Let me
Oh,
just
goodness.
quickly
These
share
are the
that.
things that my son and his buddies are doing. These are 24-year-old men in the park.
Oh, let me guess. It's a Nerf battle.
Oh yes,
Hey,
they
they're still
do it like
getting
every
use
other
out of it.
weekend during the summer.
Oh my goodness, that is a rival Prometheus. That is a rival Prometheus.
And this
I have
time-
a friend of mine who owns that thing, and that thing is horrifyingly painful. I got shot by that thing before. Note to self, that thing hurts everywhere. That thing can
Yeah,
go
those
up
are
to
like mini
200
golf
PSI.
balls.
Oh,
They're
my
like
gosh.
little mini golf balls.
Yikes.
Oh, I'll be right back. Actually.
Yeah.
Ties
And,
in with
and,
Mario's comment. Do you know that Nerf also made drones?
Yep. They also
Jeez.
make landmines and claymores.
Oh,
Oh God.
oh,
For all your war
I'm
crime
not
needs.
kidding you, man. It's big. It's huge.
We at Children of Primus do not promote war crimes.
no, we do not. Now I'm thinking of Tony Stark. I mean, you've got Nerf that's making all these weaponized action
Also, don't
stuff
forget
for everyone, but
Nerf
then
grenades.
mines and other things. This is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what this thing was called, so I was searching for the.
It's called
I
the
just
Nerf
put
Prometheus.
Yeah, I just put Nerf minigun, and this was one of the first pictures that popped
Yeah.
up.
Nerf Prometheus.
Also, I have these ones.
Like, it's never going to be my thing, but I see them and I
And
immediately
also watch
understand the
this.
appeal when you put them together like that.
Oh wait, safety.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing shoots at close to 50 psi.
Yeah, but there's a
painful.
whole website to Nerf mods
Wow.
Yeah, that's what
where
my
where
friend
they
ordered
increase
me a
the
spring mod.
springs. They
Nice.
increase the springs. They increase the air pressure. They amp up the motors. They take the motors
My
out.
friend
and
just
put
bought
bigger
me
motors
a
into
Nerf
them.
spring mod
That's
for the
cool.
Nerf gun that I just showed up.
Yeah,
so I
B's
can
got
fix it.
what usually these things are like 20 to 30 feet.
Mhm.
Like B's got a rifle that he bought that was modded that's like 50 to 80 feet.
And
And
hurts
it
most
shoots
likely.
those whistler darts. So it goes
Oh my God.
So you know the horror is coming.
That's right.
But, I could
Alright.
see that for Nerf because, like, when I was younger, I worked in a summer day camp as a counselor, and I think it was like the last week we had a day where it was all of I forgot the name of the popular water guns because this is like 30 years ago.
Super Soakers.
Super soakers, yes. And we said like every kid, every counselor, and the entire day we had like super soaker guns, machine guns, with the backpack refills. Like it was just, it was a day of fun.
God.
Me and my dad, back when I was a teenager, my dad could mod anything. And it looked like an M16, but it actually took the water cartridge was where you would put a magazine into a real M16. So it only held like maybe 8 or 10 ounces of water. But you had 4 or 5 of them on here, and I was like, this gun is great because it was battery powered. So you just pulled the trigger and it would go, and I mean, it just shot a straight stream. I mean, you just soaking people down.
Everybody else is having fun at the water war, and you're just coming in with like tactical stuff.
Right.
Oh,
And so
trust me.
I was at home, and I was like, I got to figure out a way for this thing to hold more water because after I pull the trigger, 30 seconds in, all 4 of mine are empty, and I'm running over to refill them. And so my dad was like, well, we can fix that. And we took 3 3-liter bottles because we used to have 3-liter bottles, RC bottles, drilled the caps out, and we put surgical tubing into it, sealed it all back up to where I was packing around a backpack with 3 full 3-liter bottles, and we brought all those hoses around and just connected them to the bottom of that gun. And let me tell you something, I was a force to be reckoned with in that game.
My friend bought me.
I was like running around.
basically-
I was like running around with a fire hose.
This Nerf gun right here. So my friend bought me a 100-foot spring enhancer. So this thing will be able to shoot up to 100 feet because I am a real deal sniper when it comes to stuff. I am a marksman at practice. And so,
What that tells us is you're afraid to get hit.
no, I'm not afraid to get hit.
Yeah, that's what sniper
I love
means. That's what sniper
shotguns.
means.
First off,
No, that's what sniper means. Sniper means I'm too afraid to be up in the action.
this thing right here, in the manner of speaking,
I have
is a
to shoot you
comeback
from
and
way
shotgun.
back. I gotta
Okay,
shoot you from
raise your
way
hand
back
if you
there.
actually shot a real gun.
I have not.
TelaTraan one segment. So, Children of Primus does not endorse the
hunting.
use of of weapons, even though it's a
Of
channel
sniper
about
rifles.
Transformers with robots who fight each other with weapons.
All right, let's get back to the review.
Can't say that.
Yes, we'll get back to Impactor.
So I got this.
Wait, one quick comment. Mario says, aside from the Prometheus, what other Nerf blaster hurts you a lot physically? Well, we'll get back to
Any
that.
Nerf shotgun.
There you go. So we'll get back to that question. Impactor, it's your turn.
So my mom bought me
They
a
make-
like
Nerf transformer guns.
yes.
There was a Oh, I gotta see if I still have it.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, of
Well,
course,
first
Bill has
interactive.
one.
There has a
I didn't
monkey on it.
spell
There's a
a
monkey.
picture.
There's a monkey.
It's a monkey with a gun.
Okay,
Is it
so
like
this
that
is the first one. This
panel
was a
from
part of a
Hellboy?
lot. So I got the RC and, well, Wendigo guy, whatever. These two bumblebees. A Smash Changer monkey.
Oh.
Oh, I hear that guy's really fun.
Another monkey.
Truck monkey.
A very old TLK swoop. And here comes the stuff that my mom bought in another lot. So the first one is a complete Transformersprime arachnid.
Nice.
Ooh.
So I now have her. But I didn't know I got any of these guys. So the first real two characters I actually got, thanks to my father, if I can just give them their accessories quickly, give me one moment, because I have to put on the accessories again. Because there's, like, I am enjoying these figures in general, and I'm going to have them in stop motion to come. The first real two Transformers I actually got for Easter was Transformers 1, Optimus, and Transformers 1, if I can find this flipping weapons, Transformers 1 Bumblebee.
Oh, nice, nice.
Don't you mean
And
blasterssaturdayshoutouts?
yes!
Yep.
She even let me say that just because.
I watched that movie again a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I still don't think it's like I don't actually think that line is funny on its own. But the part that always makes me laugh is when he tries to say it to Alita 1, and she just doesn't reply at all, and so
Yes.
his response is to just repeat it again right after in the same tone with no changes. That's the funny
In
one.
between
Yep.
the lots, basically, this is one of the ones I actually kind of think I like. It's the mini Shockwave.
Oh, the
I-
Bumblebee movie one, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. At the con, actually, for a fun fact, I saw the big boy Shockwave just chilling there. They had it for $40. Then, I don't know where it is. I got from Easter also, so it was a part of the lot, the same lot. I don't know where the guy's chilling. He might be in my room. I'll go and grab him before the stream ends. But I got Scan Series Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, and I got Transformers Reveal the Shield, I think it is, or Revenge of the Fallen Sidearm Sideswipe.
Oh yeah, the gun one instead of the sword one.
Now this is not connected to Easter at all and what I got, but I got Transformers. So, well, you guys all remember I have not Topspin, Roadbuster here, but my mom actually got me. Let's just fix his backpack again. Yeah, this character is real fun to mess around with. Dark of the Moon Topspin.
Oh, nice.
But this is why my mom truly bought the lot of figures, basically.
I was gonna
The
say it's a
re-
very strange assortment of people, but I
But,
like random
so-
grab bags.
Look, so this character Sideswipe over here and Arachnid and the other Sideswipe are a part of a different lot. The lot with all these guys came with this one character, and that was a Transformers Dark of the Moon Leadfoot.
Oh.
Oh, is that a Studio Series one or like a
This is the original. This is the original
Wait.
Dark of the Moon Leadfoot.
like the Human Alliance one or the deluxe one?
Deluxe.
Oh my god. Okay, that is in the exact same category as that Q that you had a few weeks
And
ago.
he has
That
his
is-
mech tech gun.
Yeah, that is a
I have
figure that
two
was that
of
was
the
canceled.
rarest Dark of the Moon figures.
Yeah, so that was the other one. He was in the same wave as Q. That was a wave of figures that was canceled in North America. Only came out in Japan in like limited numbers. So
And
that's
this
a
is-
rare figure right there.
And look at this: Roadbuster, Leadfoot, Topspin. All three
Yeah.
of them.
That people hated the fact that Leadfoot was canceled because then they couldn't put together all three wreckers at the time. So that's
And
like a big
this is
deal to have
my
all
mom.
three.
So I told my mom about the lot basically because the lot was going like it was in auction for $24, and so my mom must have done something and somehow won the lot. Basically, there was like 30 seconds left when I found it, and
Mhm.
lo and behold, my mom just put in 25 something and got it.
Nice.
$25 for all those guys is amazing, honestly.
Somebody was,
It was.
sleeping on
This
it.
is the official Leadfoot. Basically, it had the description. and the figure itself is very good. And I mean, now granted, posability is let's just say posability in the arms isn't that great, but Topspin here has been the one I've been picking up the most because I love his like claw hands and everything. Like I love how this guy works, and I do have a stop motion to show after this. And well, to just end it all off, I got 86 Bumblebee as I showed before, and now Hot Rod.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So let me pull up
something
that
funny I want to point out here as I build this model kit. So Tarn's identity was a running mystery in the comics when he was introduced.
It was glitch.
Oh, thanks for spoiling that. Jesus.
Sorry, that's impulse. That's impulse because I get that question a lot.
I was gonna say they respected it here by this is his face without his mask. They didn't sculpt a face in there, so you take his mask off, he's nobody. So I just thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, where's his mask? Let me pop it over it. Yeah,
I actually
there we go.
Let me see the face. I didn't get to see the face. No face.
Yeah. Oh,
You
let me
don't
pop
get
his
to see
mask
it.
back off.
You spoiled.
Yeah, it's just nobody. It's nothing. It's the two eye holes and that's it. Yeah, I have to redo this guy's shoulders because I once again installed a thing incorrectly, which is how it always goes.
Cool. And actually, there's one other thing impactor that you got that you have to show off.
Oh, right, the shirt, if I'm correct.
That is it.
Yeah.
Yes. I enjoyed going to the 4-State Comic-Con. I got to see... Oh my goodness, I did not grab it yet. This is the only other...
Yeah, I was going to show this to Impactor
So
since you
when
like both
are y'all
Transformers
planning
and
on
Nerf.
printing those in adult sizes?
Within the next month. we're going to be running another set in adult size.
This is the exciting thing that I got from the con.
Shit. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I got the voice actor for Jack Darby from Transformersprime to sign this.
Oh, that's
Cool.
real nice.
Autograph stuff. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And now this starts the entire startup of getting every voice actor from Prime to sign, well, the Autobots mainly, and some Decepticons to sign the posters I find. So this is 1 out of, 25.
Men on a mission.
And I believe I have
I
just
understand
finished
that
Tarn.
mission. Oh, speaking of which, so last year when I went to go to that little tiny con to meet Greg Berger, right? That particular con is called Fanboy Con or something like that. It's a not the best of names, but this year they're having Weird Al coming there.
Wait,
I'm
what?
gonna have Weird Al sign the movie poster.
Oh my goodness.
When is that happening?
September 26th, I believe. It's the
So
weekend
that's the
after
week-
the wedding.
Okay, I need to send you with my 86 Retgar
Okay.
so that he can sign it.
I thought somebody else did his
Yeah.
voice. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that he did animated Retgar.
Animated Retgar, yeah, but not original Retgar. It'd be kind of weird for him
But
to
he did
sign
the
that
song.
actually.
Well, yeah, because he did the song in that scene.
I mean,
It's like having
whatever
Stan
you
Bush
want
Well,
sign
signed,
that's right, it
I'll
was
get
Eric-
signed for
That's
you.
right, it was Eric Idle.
Yeah, it was Eric Idle.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monty Python himself. Yeah.
It's funny. Apparently, when they cast Weird Al in Transformers Animated for him, they said we called Eric Idle first. He didn't reply, and Weird Al was the second guy we called
Wow. Why not?
Yep, because he did the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tarn's finished over here, and I grabbed the bigger Legacy figure just for comparison.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very nice resemblance. One thing I like is they made his fusion cannon pop-offable, so you could stick it on his backpack or put it on his arm like it's supposed to. Yeah, just a really solid little version of the big guy with the same really good articulation and stuff as the rest of the blokies. He doesn't light up because he's not from that series, like Beachcomber back here. But still,
And
always a pleasure.
And
to
if
build
you ever
one of these
want to
guys.
know what it looks like to have 2 blast effects on Hot Rod's cannons, this is what you get.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Where's mine? It's
Yeah.
right back here, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to be messing around with all these blast effects that I got here because first thing that I'm now doing officially, since I have a Combiner Wars Magnus, which is the biggest Magnus I can purchase at the moment in time, I'm going to recreate the entire death scene for, unfortunately, Optimus Prime. both getting killed by Megatron and then his actual death.
Mario says, Josh Keaton, the voice of Jack Darby from Prime. Many people know him the voice of Spider-Man from most Marvel media, but the only one they know him from was in Spectacular Spider-Man.
I've never
he
watched that, but I know
did
a lot of people
Voltron,
love
he
that
did
one.
Hercules, he did a lot of films or shows, basically. And I actually got to personally ask him what the awesome part about being a part of the entire cast of Transformers Prime was, is in that he watched the entire series back when he was younger. And
Cool.
it was what he said, dream come true to actually be a part of a series with both his two childhood heroes. Well,
Yeah, because
hero
that's
and villain.
Cullen and Welker both voiced
Yep.
for that. Yep.
Nice.
Impactor, look at the comment. Google that. If you're not familiar with it already.
Okay, let me just hop on over to the stream.
He says, you like both Nerf and TF, look up Transformers Rise of the Beast 2-in-1 Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Oh, I know which one that is. That's the well,
Images.
I didn't know what it was called.
Oh,
but
that's the
instinctively
Nerf
I
gun
knew what you're talking
Optimus. I've seen that before. I saw that in stores. It was tempting to buy it. It was only for like $4 clearance.
Oh,
You could have gotten two and doll wheeled. Have two Optimus Primes.
about.
I'm good.
Some, John Woo stuff.
yes.
I'm right now also about to
I was
buy the
struggling to
Bumblebee
remember
movie
his name.
Megatron.
That's why I did the thing.
I'm about to eventually buy the Bumblebee movie Megatron. I was so close to buying one for $45. They had it there for $45, the Bumblebee movie Megatron, and I was so close to buying him.
Yeah, it's not a
The
bad
Bumblebee
price for that.
movie Megatron would have just been the first 07 movie Megatron.
Well, I
Well-
want to buy him because he turns into a gun. Somebody discovered that he can turn into a gun.
Yeah, so the figure they made for him, like Sunstreaker, they had concept art that they did for a Megatron in the
Sunstreaker?
new visual style of the movie. They never used him in the film, but they still made a figure out of it. They label him as concept art Megatron, basically. And yeah, it's like a G1 type design, just all greebled up like the movie guys are.
Cool.
Let me pull up my stop motion so I can show you guys. I have at least 3 stop motions this year. 2 short transformation tests that I did on the road, and then the one that I did with all the wreckers.
I think my favorite thing about these is how you're like, oh, I was just somewhere. I had like 5 minutes, so I just did a whole stop motion.
Come on, okay, I guess I'll have to let my tablet charge for like 5 minutes while we're on stream, so I'll show you guys the stop motion I have right now.
Can you bring it down?
I'll be right back in like...
Impactor, normally you finish your sentence while you're still facing who you're talking to.
It's like,
Don't
well, you know,
worry, it doesn't get better with age. I still do this at age, I gotta think, 41. I turned 42 this year, and I still do what you just did, walking away while talking.
like with the car stereo, and it's like, you hear the stereo coming up, and then as the car drives off, like the music just fades off into the background.
Also, thank you, Toro, for commenting.
Yeah.
Okay, since when did I hit 268 subscribers? I do not recall that.
There we go.
Okay, so this is the stop
yeah.
motion I did.
Already using the lens that you just got.
We are under targeted attack. Cease all contact with humans.
Let's get some!
You got that right.
Got a heat sink. Release the mini drones.
This was the best I could do for mini drones.
Honestly, that looks pretty good.
Wow.
You gonna fool like a Nazi wanker?
I like the Lego Man Army.
Yeah. The blast effects are really good.
He loses an arm.
Autobots.
I like the custom lockdown head.
Yep.
Little children.
Watch the blade come out.
Always fighting, making a mess out of the
Oh,
universe.
good effect.
Then I've got to clean it up. Tell me where he's hiding. Where is Optimus Prime? We ain't going nowhere.
Reverse his spark. I actually have it right there, so like right there I have it showing me on the wall.
Well, that was depressing.
There's an
but-
interesting
but-
phenomenon
Could
a
it-
lot of us have observed where the
Hey, turn off autoplay.
Yeah.
I can't turn it off, unfortunately. There are some things I have not discovered about YouTube yet.
That guy.
I know they love to move that button around so people can't.
Pretty cool.
Also, I forgot to mention the mech tech weapons I love with these Dark of the Moon guys. With Top Spin
Oh,
here,
yeah.
we have this.
Mm-hmm.
Leadfoot comes with a reissue of Dark of the Moon Ratchet's chainsaw gun. Dark of the Moon Ratchet's chainsaw gun was like a golden maroon green. I accidentally broke that thing when I was a super young kid. Bought a duplicate of my Ratchet because my old Ratchet broke a very long time ago when I was like, let's just go off 6. Along with the
show 'em
guns.
the
Sorry.
Show them the saw gun again, because I thought it was really cool.
Ah, come on, don't.
Yeah, because it spins, too.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Doesn't spin
Yeah, 'cause
that great.
But I had them back in the day, so I remember that feature.
And so, since Leadfoot has no use for this gun, I've basically declared that Ratchet gets to have this gun, since it's a better looking color scheme than the old one.
Yeah, and I mean, it would fit with it more, right?
Cool.
And
Mario
not to
says,
mention-
still slowly anticipating, waiting for the reveal of Studio Series 86 Megatron and how he's going to look.
I'm close to buying that Takara. Not Takara. It's like some type of Japanese Megatron that turns into a gun. Basically, I've been seeing a lot of reviews being done on, and I'm very tempted to buy it.
Let me throw a question at Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a reissue of 84 G1 Megatron recently? Because this is saying 2022, brand new 2022 G1 Megatron reissue.
Not recently. I don't think he's been reissued since the Encore one a few years ago. Certainly not 2022.
There's
I
a
can look it up
bunch
real
of
quick.
them on eBay right now. I mean, a bunch of them. I bet there's 6 of them on this first page.
Well, I mean, there are those ones that a lot of KOG ones that have been re-released, but I think the problem is there's a few sellers there. You know, some will honestly say these are KOs, and you know that's what they are. There's probably a few sellers that are saying, "Oh, this is my original inbox, all shiny and everything," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. We know you're a part of the same collective that's been selling all the reissues in the last year or two."
Also, I have one question for everybody. What is up with people just recreating death scenes once they get the figure? Because I swear now, I have seen 3 or 4 videos now of people using the new Studio Series Q to kill him. Like,
Okay, but didn't you literally just do that with Leadfoot?
oh, well, that's the thing. So I actually asked the permission
about
from this
calling the kettle
YouTuber
black?
basically to get this old audio from an old Dark of the Moon, not Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction scene that he did of all the wreckers dying, basically. And so
The
that's
internet
what
loves
he
death
did.
scenes.
Yeah,
Well,
there
that's
hasn't
what
been
he
a-
did. This
a-
was before we knew
There hasn't been a
that
G1
Leadfoot Wreckers
Megatron
fell.
reissue since 2011, so that's definitely not accurate.
Or
Well,
honestly,
say 2022.
it could
Brand
be
new
an
in the box
honest,
from 2022 is what it says in the description.
could just be an honest mistake because I call knockoffs reissues and reissues knockoffs. I mean, it's all the same to me because it's not original.
And as I was also saying about the Q thing, death scenes are not that fun to recreate, especially with having to pop off the head. When I do Q's death scene here, I'm not popping off the head. I'm gonna try and do some editing to make his head come off.
Oh.
Because I am not willing to have his head pop off. But everybody who's done the scene, like, it's straight up only death scenes that I've seen.
You destroy the rest of your Transformers. What's one more?
This thing right here is worth like $100. Along with Leadfoot over here, there's a reason why I didn't remove any pieces off of him when I made him look like he got killed. All I did was I took some. What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
All I did was so I like flipped up the chest piece here where the 42 is and just put a bunch of a cotton ball with Sharpie on it, basically, that made it look like his chest was blown off. Basically, I was not going to remove a piece off of him. And if I had to honestly say, Leadfoot here is a good figure. The only I thought, because I watched a lot of reviews on Leadfoot before, I thought like these weird shoulder flap things on him would get in the way of things, but surprisingly they're not that big in the way. Though I do have.
Isn't he the one that turns into a NASCAR Impala?
Yeah, this is the one that turns into a NASCAR.
Well, is it the NASCAR Impala though, or is it just some nondescript car?
Okay, I got a question about that Leadfoot. The Target logo on his chest, because I'm just looking at the wiki page now. Is that like a sticker or something, or is that painted?
It is a sticker.
Okay. And I guess since you're on the wiki, do they mention the model car he is?
Leadfoot?
Oh,
yes.
Reminds me.
Yeah. Let's see. A NASCAR Sprint Cup Chevy Impala stock car, specifically Juan Pablo Montoya's Target sponsored number 42. Yeah, albeit heavily modified with a ridiculous amount of exposed, non-firing weaponry.
Right.
Yeah,
well.
So I was going to say, I'm looking up.
Sorry.
I want to share a couple of photos here. Actually, no, let me share my screen. I think the version you have might be very, very rare, actually. Hang on, let me pop this window out and then share it.
As he's pulling it up, all those guns, so when they were doing testing for each character, so like when they were doing scenes, Michael Bay on-screen stuff, basically, they actually had gunshots, basically. It looked very realistic, and I'm pretty sure those were real gunshots when they were testing them. Because,
of
like,
all
on
the
bridge
things,
scene,
of all the things NASCAR to do a blatant cash grab and participate in, that was just, I thought it was weird for the time.
Okay, so that image right there, that is what the Japanese release of Leadfoot looked like. You notice he didn't have the Target logo, because they didn't want to, he wasn't a Target exclusive like he was going to be. They just did him like that. Yeah, they just did him like that.
That just looks so weird.
So the version you have, then, if you didn't get a Studio Series one, which you shouldn't have, because he came with Ratchet's gun, like you said, is that like the canceled American release? Because that was going to be in a 2-pack.
It looks like the canceled American release.
Because if that's the case, that's a very uncommon figure that you have there. That's
let me look at the stickers. Let me see if they're stickers or not. If they're painted on, then this has to be.
Yeah, just take some sandpaper to it real quick. Probably just 300-400 grit.
This is painted on.
No, a little acetone.
Okay, you might have something very uncommon there. It's this is an unreleased
These are painted on.
figure.
These are painted on, not stickers.
That might be a straight up canceled figure you have there.
Wow.
Like, as opposed to one from Japan that came out, but like the canceled American release. Unless it's actually like the Studio Series version that you have, but like
this can't be Studio Series. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, because that's what the Studio Series one looks like. It's quite different.
Yeah, that one. It's not Studio Series one. That ain't Studio Series.
Jesus H. Christ, you might have like the unreleased version, the one that didn't officially come out. Like one of the few that made it into the pipeline. Hang on to that. Hang on to that figure, my guy. If that's the case.
Jesus H. Christ?
Yes.
Let me say this right here. In my collection, if I buy a character and I don't have a duplicate of it, I keep it no matter what.
Yeah.
Or I turn the character into spare parts because I just lost Roadbusters' shoulder cannon, and
There we
I
go
had
again.
duplicate
Spare
ones.
There
parts.
we go again.
And so I took that
Just like
duplicate one
Freakenstein.
from...
Just give the kids some firecrackers already.
Well, no, let me explain this. My Dark of the Moon, my first Dark of the Moon Roadbuster, I unfortunately painted him up stupidly, basically, and basically regretted it. So since I got this duplicate one for Christmas, I've kept this one pristine in shape, and well, I lost a shoulder cannon on accident, and so I just went upstairs and stole the shoulder cannon off that one since I don't use that one. And I also have the Human Alliance chainsaw on this one right here.
My point is, maybe look into that a little more just to make sure I'm not wrong and that is what it is. Because if it is, that's quite the thing you got in a $25 lot of
There's
stuff.
the official branding right here. It has the Tums and that stuff.
So if that's the original deluxe,
Even the Kai now thing.
Yeah, if that's the original deluxe from from that time, then that's an unreleased figure because the version that they did eventually put out in Japan didn't have any of the sponsorship logos on it. So that's kind of a big deal.
Hope your parents pay for your college.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's that. We're not talking like canceled G2 Menasor levels of insane cost, but still, that's probably worth like a big chunk of change.
Wow.
Because it's a canceled figure, like straight up.
Well, what if I sell all three of them together? I could definitely make some real money.
Yeah. Well, the other two, they got released normally, right? They made it to stores.
Well,
Leadfoot didn't make it to stores because that whole wave was canceled.
Yes, but like selling all three of them together might have some type of price increasing as long as they're complete.
That's true.
Hold them together, and as we've got a minute left in our TelaTraan 1 segment, anything that anyone wants to say within the last minute before we end this segment?
I'm keeping the restraining order. You understand? I'm out.
I'm gonna add that.
I'm keeping all three of these characters. Nobody is stealing my Dark of the Moon Q or Leadfoot. If you do, I will bring lethal force.
These shirts. These are what I ordered for my groomsmen.
Oh, nice.
Nobody steals my super rare Transformers.
We're gonna see Impactor go golem mode. He'll just
For a fun fact, actually, so this gun right here is huge, as I said. And so when I do my Impactor cosplay, because there's a lot with the Force Day Comic-Con, there's supposed to be a huge group of cosplayers for their 10th anniversary, and I would love to be a part of that. Impactor has, well, an amalgamation of weapons that he uses in the comics. And, well, since I have now just purchased a giant, well, if you want to guess how much money I got this for?
What's the
$295.
Yeah.
$5.
2,000.
About $2,000.
$1,000.
About $2,000.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mario says, "Watch your back, guys."
About 2,000 cents if you got a deal.
But yeah, this is going to be a part of the cosplay since it's a big rifle, and it should work with Impactor's style because you get all this like futuristic stuff on the front end of the gun.
Certainly the right color scheme.
There you go. So we're gonna round out.
I mean, that is true. This color scheme for the gun is Impactor.
We're gonna round out the TelaTraan 1 segment. So subscribe to Impactor
I have a
Productions.
people right here.
And the Toy Warp, and the Senenbach, and to Children of Primus, and Fear of Courage, and Mr. Magnus. So, as we say at the end of each segment, to all are one.
To all are one.
To all are one.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.